Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to Digikore Studios Limited FY25 earnings conference call hosted by Kiran Advisors. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during this conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then zero on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Ms. Chandni Chande from Kiran Advisors. Thank you, and over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. On behalf of Kiran Advisors, I welcome you all to the conference call of Digikore Studios Limited. From management team, we have Mr. Abhishek Mor, Managing Director and CEO, Mr. Ketan, Interim CFO, Mr. Rakesh, Head of Finance, and Mrs. Henny Pahuja, Company Secretary and Compliance Officer. Now I hand over the call to Mr. Abhishek Mor for opening remarks. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. And on behalf of the entire management team at Digikore Studios Limited, I extend a warm welcome to all our investors, analysts, and stakeholders joining us today. Thank you for your continued support and belief in our journey. Let me begin by addressing the broader industry environment that significantly shaped the year gone by. So the global industry, the VFX industry, particularly in Hollywood, as we know, faced an unprecedented slowdown due to the writers' strike and actors' strike that disrupted productions for close to 12 months. Now, obviously, this led to widespread delays in content creation, postponed projects, and it created a ripple effect across VFX studios worldwide, which impacted us as well. Like most VFX studios, Digikore's execution pipeline and financial performance were directly impacted by these external, uncontrollable circumstances. As a result, FY25, and particularly the second half, reflects the aftershocks of this prolonged disruption. However, we are already seeing clear signs of recovery. Work has resumed, and the industry is witnessing a strong revival. Major studios now actively pushing forward delayed projects, and we are well positioned to support this rebound. In fact, as on today, we have a confirmed order book of 16 crores, which is fantastic to see after literally 12 months of disaster in the industry. And the beauty of this is that 7 crores of this is direct projects from CBS, Hulu, Netflix. So our efforts in trying to move and shift our revenue mix from outsourced work to direct is already showing, the fruits right now. This is obviously an encouraging sign, and it takes us closer to our long-term goals of moving towards higher margin and direct client work. At present, we also have over 8 crores worth of projects in the bidding stage. That means in the quote stage, for which our quotations have gone to clients. And several of our large outsourced clients have already reached out to us to prepare for capacity increase from July, August this year. These are all great, healthy signs of the industry coming back to pre-strike levels, which would be business as usual for most VFX companies and in a growing market. What has also happened in the last 12 months is that several VFX studios across the world have either scaled down substantially or shut down. As we know, Technicolor, one of the largest VFX studios in the world, declared bankruptcy. Jellyfish in UK and several more that we know of have unfortunately had to face the brunt of the strike. Thousands of people have unfortunately lost their jobs. But the silver lining on this is that people who survived will now witness an upsurge of work with lower number of competitors in the market. Now, obviously, the VFX side is, great. It's doing good, picking up now. But what is more important is that while we prepare for this short-term growth, we are equally focused on long-term strategic transformation. One of the biggest shifts in the global creative ecosystem is the rapid advancement of artificial intelligence in the context of content creation and automation of VFX tasks. I don't know how many of you have seen Google VO's new model that was just released. It's unbelievable. It's going to change the content landscape forever. As we move forward, there are going to be hardly any people involved in the entire content production process. It's going to be all, AI generated in the years to come. I don't say 1 year, 2 years. It could be anywhere between 3 to 5 years where that shift will happen. Several AI tools are in development worldwide for automating VFX tasks. Many VFX studios continue to operate with traditional models, ignoring the looming disruption of AI. And whichever VFX studio I meet, as a tech-first VFX company, we are very, open to technology. We have our eyes and ears open. We keep seeing what's happening in the industry. And, what we do believe very truly is that any VFX company that continues to ignore the threat of AI, they will have to shut shop in, less than 24 months. Nuke, which is a foundry software, which is the main software in VFX. We are already seeing them release an AI model. Now, if Nuke releases an AI model, a job, where you needed 50 artists to do something, 5 would do that, yeah. So while it will impact VFX studios to some extent, but the major impact, unfortunately, will be in the manpower because a lot of people will lose jobs due to AI coming up in VFX. But at Digico, we've taken a radically different path for this. We are working alongside 3 international companies that are automating VFX tasks, which will protect us from this disruption, obviously. So we are creating tools that will use AI to automate tasks like rotoscopy, cleanups, camera tracking, match move, compositing. These are very easy tasks to, automate in AI. And there are companies already doing it. And, we ourselves as a company are taking active steps to be ahead of the curve rather than behind the curve. Obviously, we all know history offers us clear lessons about the cost of ignoring technology shifts. We've seen how Kodak, once of the pioneers in photography, failed to adapt to digital revolution in where they are today. Nokia ignored smartphone revolution. You know what happened to them. Blockbuster, Netflix's biggest competitor once and the biggest company in video rentals along with Netflix, they didn't see streaming coming and they disrupted. So we don't want to ignore history. We understand the threat of technology. We work closely in that and we want to embrace it rather than resist it. So we are also transitioning from being a pure play service provider to becoming a media tech hybrid company. This means blending the reliability and scale of a service-driven business with innovation and IP generation capabilities of a modern tech enterprise. So obviously to that end, we built a dedicated in-house AI team that's developing proprietary AI SaaS products and infusing AI into our internal VFX workflows to boost efficiency and scalability. We recently created a tool in-house in AI, which actually reduced the time taken to do one of the tasks in VFX, which is a donkey work task that was being done. So assuming if we got a 200 shot job and 5 man days were being spent on that, now that whole thing is done in 5 hours. So we are actually using it to improve our productivity internally as well, which is fantastic. So alongside this, we've also forayed into branded content production, where we own and monetize content IPs, unlocking new revenue models beyond traditional service billing. On the branded content side, one of our IPs, recently we were actually given an acquisition proposal for that IP. So we are seeing that, these IPs are going to be turning into cash cows for us in the years to come, and not only as a long-term business, but good potential to be sold as an IP by itself. And that's the beauty of creating IPs, where the inherent value in those over a longer period of time can generate substantial either slump sale revenues or long-term revenues. So this dual track strategy of strengthening our core, which is our VFX business, and building the future, ensures Digico is not only resilient in the face of disruption, but well positioned to lead the new next chapter of growth in the media tech space. So while FY25 was affected by extraordinary industry headwinds, it is important to recognize that this was not a reflection of internal performance or strategic missteps, but a global external shock that impacted nearly every VFX player. And the rebound is now clearly underway, and our forward-looking investments gaining traction. We enter FY26 with strong momentum, greater diversity in revenue streams, and a long-term vision that aligns with the future of content creation. Thank you once again for being here, and I'm going to now open the floor to your questions.
Thank you very much. We will now begin with the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Please note, the call is scheduled for 1 hour. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Participants, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. The first question is from the line of Priya Jain from Green Capital SA. Please go ahead.
Hi, hello, sir. So I have a few questions with me.
Sure.
So, starting with,
Priya, sorry to interrupt you. Can you please speak through the handset? You're sounding very distant.
Priya, the voice is very
am I audible now?
much better. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So seeing this AI boom, so I would like to understand, like, can you just elaborate on how you are strategically giving importance to your AI SaaS platform and how they are expected to continue to long-term growth?
So see, currently we've launched two SaaS platforms. One is imadeasong.com, and we recently launched sellsync.ai. imadeasong.com has already started generating revenues. In fact, we track on a daily basis. Sellsync was just launched literally, 10 days ago. We've already started getting traction from companies. One of them, which is imadeasong, is a B2C product, and sellsync.ai is a B2B product. The sellsync.ai is, in fact, we've already gotten demo requests from over 30 companies since we have launched. And if you haven't seen it, you must. If you run a business, any business that is looking at productivity and growth should definitely embrace sellsync.ai. It's a fantastic platform. imadeasong, like I said, has already started generating revenues. Obviously, it's not generating crores worth of revenues. It is yet generating, in the thousands per day. So we are looking at approximately a few lakhs per month. But the good thing is the traction is there, and we are talking to some people for strategic alliances on that side for both the platforms. So we are looking at these, growing into substantial revenue streams. Obviously, not in the next 3 to 6 months, but it's a 2 to 4 year period for these to grow into, when they can contribute substantial revenue to the company. That is at one side. At the second side, once you create platforms like these, they become IPs that you own, which can also, be monetized in terms of, acquisition of being acquired as platforms by people in the industry.
Good to hear, sir. Also, I just want to understand, like, how Digikore, you have a YouTube platform, and how you plan to scale and have, drive more revenue from there.
So we are actively promoting through social media campaigns, through influencer partnerships, through strategic alliances. So we have our internal digital marketing team, which is working on all of these aspects to scale the revenue from the sellsync and imadeasong. YouTube platform, Binge Fever, that is more for our internal shows that we produce, that is the branded content shows. So on that, we don't put general content. As an example, we've started filming the second season of Kaise Banta Hai. We've filmed already 10 episodes for Heroes, which will now go into the second filming. So by the way, I must also tell you that one of the participants on Heroes, which is our second show, is Mr. Jeet Adani, Mr. Gautam Adani's son. He was very excited when he was participating in the show. I had the opportunity to meet up with him and interact with him. I briefed him on Digikore. He was very excited about the possibilities of the company. So we are getting in traction on our shows from some of the largest business houses. So the OTT, the YouTube platform is, as the new episodes start coming out for Kaise Banta Hai and Heroes, they will then be put up out there. And then that is more of, I think, so organic growth that we expect on the Binge Fever platform on YouTube.
Good to hear, sir. Looking forward to better numbers and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Participants, you may press star and 1 to ask the question. Next question is from the line of Anmol Grover from Edward Financial Service. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are. Good afternoon.
Yes. So actually, sir, I just wanted to ask what happened in the second half gone by, because last time when we had a Concall, outlook was very strong. We had a lot of orders in hand, but the numbers have been very tepid for H2. Just want to understand, what exactly happened and from the outlook that we had back then.
So I'll tell you what happened. So, we know that the strike happened in 2023. Let me give you a brief on the VFX pipeline and the entire production pipeline, how a movie or a series starts. It starts with the writers. It starts with the writing first, then it goes into pre-production, then it goes into filming, then it goes into editing, and then it comes to VFX. Now, what happens is that when, depending on the size of the project, if it's a Marvel movie, obviously it can take anywhere between 24 to 36 months from writing to VFX. Or if it's even the mid-budget, films and shows, it can, take anywhere between 9 to 12 months, and smaller projects take anywhere between, 6 to 8 months from writing to VFX. The strikes got over in November. The entire industry anticipated that projects will get on floor immediately, and we will start seeing a good flow in VFX starting from July, August, or maybe September 24. Because once the projects start writing in January of 24, they take that 6, 8 months, 9 months to come into VFX. Unfortunately, which was a shock for the industry, the OTT platforms delayed. They did not start immediately on projects. That impacted our numbers for H2 because what we anticipated, the projects that will start, writing in January, they will come into VFX by October, November of 24. But a lot of projects which were announced also did not start. They got delayed. Many projects got cancelled. We got one large VFX project. So when you say there are two stages at which we get VFX projects. One stage is when a project is announced, immediately they start attaching a VFX studio there itself for the initial pre-production work as well. And then there are projects which when the project is filmed, completed and edited, we get the VFX work. So there was a large project of Amazon that we also got, which was announced and, it's yet not got into production only, it's yet stalling. Because of this, you saw a lot of, companies going into shutdowns in H2, in the last 6 months, because everybody was anticipating that the work will start from August, September of 24 in full flow. Unfortunately, that we are seeing the signs now for that happening. We started seeing those projects which were supposed to come into, VFX stage in August, September, October of last year. They have now started coming into VFX in, from February, March this year. And that is why our pipeline now is getting strong, which technically should have got strong in H2 of 25.
Okay. But sir, I have a counter question to this. So we are seeing, the other listed VFX companies have reported much better numbers than we have. So there is some sort of discrepancy here that the industry
I actually make a joke of this to some people because I never like to comment on other people, and I will not also. Yeah, but it's surprising that, only listed companies in India are making profits in the VFX industry. Nobody else is. So I tell people, अरे तुमको profit बनाना है VFX में तो list कर जाओ India में, आपको profits automatically आ जाएंगे. I don't like to comment on others. I like to see what we are doing and where we are heading. It's not good to compare a VFX company to 3 other listed peers, but I think so you need to look at 30 other VFX companies and then come to a conclusion on who's making money and who's not.
Okay, sir. Fair enough. So, how is the pipeline looking right now? I mean, can you give some numbers on it and what can we expect from the numbers in FY26, FY27? You had given some guidances earlier and...
So as of now, like I just did in our opening also, as of now, we have a strong order book of around 16 crores, out of which around 7 crores are direct projects from CBS, Hulu, Netflix. Netflix, we are working on One Piece. CBS, we've started working. In fact, I can actually not even say, because when you say 16 crores, that is what we have. For CBS, we've started working on two of their Star Trek shows, and a third Star Trek show. They've already given us soft signs that we're going to get that one as well. We delivered one of the Star Trek shows for CBS last year. They were extremely happy with our work, so they have given us these 3 projects as well. 2 have already come in. 1 is yet to come in, so that should be another 3 to 4 crores addition when that comes in. That's going to start maybe August, September of this year. And we have an active bidding. That means we send quotations for around 8 crores worth of projects. So if you look at it this way, it's around 16 plus. I can't say that we've got these 8 crores, but there's a good chance we should get most of this.
Okay, sir. So, just want to ask one more thing. You had given some guidances earlier. I mean, pretty sure we are not able to gonna meet the guidance for FY26 and FY27. But is there any way that, you can help us understand how the next 2 years gonna look like on numbers perspective, growth perspective, and efficiency?
So I'll tell you, to be honest, we've gone, considering the effects of the strike, considering the impeding impact of AI, we are right now being a little more cautious in our numbers. We want to now backtrack a little, and I think so we've realized now more to be, give a lower number and achieve more. So if you ask me for FY26, we are looking at almost, on a very conservative level, we are looking at anywhere between 60 to 65 crores top line, considering the work that we have right now going on. I'm also happy to let you know that we have done substantial cost optimization in the company in the last 2 months, because once you're pushed against the wall, that is when you start taking, innovative and creative measures which don't come to your mind earlier. So FY26, even if we are achieving 60 to 65 crores, which is what we have in our projection right now, which I believe is conservative and achievable, we are looking at a healthy PAT margin of around 20% on that.
This is for FY26, right?
FY26, correct.
Yeah. Right. And one more thing on your balance sheet, sir, our receivables have gone up and our short-term debt has gone up. And I believe last time we spoke, we were looking to do a rights issue of 25 crores. I believe a board meeting was scheduled for that as well, but that got cancelled in the end. What are your thoughts around that, and what exactly is going on there?
So, I'm going to correct you on that. Our receivables have actually technically come down on FY20 H1 numbers. We've actually recovered. If you look at the H1 receivables, they were around at 42 crores. We've actually recovered around 6 to 7 crores of that, because if you see in my receivables, in our receivables for H2, our total receivables stand at 39 crores, which also includes the new business that has come in. So on a net basis, we've actually gone down on receivables. So like I said, we're taking drastic steps, baby steps now to ensure that we come back on track extremely quickly. That is one. Number two is that, it was very easy for us to fool investors in March or in February, raise money from the market, and then announce a loss balance sheet. We had signals already that it's going to be a loss. So we are now looking at Q1, which is already looking healthy. We're going to show profit numbers and then go back to our QIP/rights issue, because we don't want to fool investors and take money from them. And, we didn't want to do that in a hurry, pick up money and then, it wasn't fair. So that is why we just decided to postpone the fundraise, so that once the company actually, after Q1 shows profit numbers, we go in for a, rights/QIP/pref.
So we should see a substantial amount of receivables coming down from next quarter onwards and our liquidity position improving.
Yes. Now, with the industry streamlining, because when we are getting work, that means our clients are getting work. We are already seeing clients talking about healthy business, which does also which will impact our lowering of the receivables. So we now see that in the next 4 to 6 months, we should have recovered a majority of our receivables, hopefully. Not majority, but at least substantial amount.
Thank you. So basically, most of the things are over from the number perspective as well, and things are picking up from here on, and
the worst is over. That's all I can say. The worst, I'll tell you what, I've run this company for 25 years. I've seen COVID, I've seen, in fact, if you just go back into the history books in India, you can count them on your fingers on the number of animation and VFX companies that have survived for 25 years. Probably 5 or 6 out of the hundreds that have come up and gone. We've been through these phases. We will never lie about our numbers, because we know we will get out of that. If we have survived for 25 years, we will survive for many, many, many more years, doing the right thing the right way.
Right, sir. Fair enough.
Thank you, Anmol. May I request to come back for
that's all from my side. Yes, sir. I'm going back in the queue. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I request all the participants kindly restrict to 2 questions per participant. The next question is from the line of Saket Kare from United Health Group. Please go ahead.
Sir, you mentioned that this year's guidance would be around 60 to 65 crores, and the current order book is around 16 crore. So how these two numbers would correlate?
No, how see a 16 crore order book is in VFX, a lot of the orders go on for months. So today when we are working on, let's say, a show like One Piece, if the value of that show is around 4 crore, that will go on till August, September, maybe October also, because it's got 8 episodes. We've just got 3 episodes so far out of that, and that's going to go on for some months. And plus, we are sitting right now on, we've just finished 2 months. We are right now got 16 crores worth of orders, bidding 8 crores, gotten signals from all our clients to start ramping up for delivery. Right now, if you ask me, at an average, we are doing around 3.5 crores worth of output that we have. Our goal is that by July, we should be able to take that output capacity to around 4.5 to 5 crores worth of output.
Okay. And second question is, you just mentioned that we would be having good numbers in Q1, right? So going forward, are you going to report numbers quarterly?
There is a good chance we will be reporting quarterly now, because, when the company is getting healthy, it's obviously good to celebrate that.
Okay. And the last one is that you talk a lot about bankruptcy in last 30 minutes, right? So I hope that Digikore is on the right path and we don't have any plan.
No, don't worry. Digikore is nowhere near bankruptcy and it's not going to head that way either. We are solid enough and we've already, like I said, the worst is over. People who could survive till, February, March, April, they are now going to survive. People who couldn't survive till February, March, April have declared bankruptcy.
Okay.
Because now with the work coming back, you don't declare bankruptcy. You declare bankruptcy when the work is not there.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Participants, you may press star and 1 to ask the question. Next question is from the line of Anil Kumar Sharma, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. My question is, sir, you are in the second half, your revenue is, our revenue is 13 crore and the PBT is 13 crore. I in the last 40 years career, I have never seen such a company with 13 crore, 100% loss. And you are saying the others are, we will not compare with others. But sir, others are, it is not possible that all others who are listed, they are showing bogus results. So can you clarify on this?
Yes, and Anilji, for sure, I can clarify that also. So what we had done is that in the antecedent, when we were talking about exponential growth in the industry, we also had hired several people in our Canadian operations, which was a heavy expense in terms of our salary costs. And with the business being low, they were yet there in the company, and that is why the loss is there. But what we have done is that we have optimized our salary substantially now. In fact, we have reorganized our entire team to get in more productive people at lower costs. And I'm happy to tell you that in your company, we've gotten now from June onwards, our salary bill, as an example, if it was 3 crores earlier, it's now come down to 2 crores a month with the same output. So that now, because of these steps that we've taken in optimizing cost optimization of manpower, cost optimization of other, overhead costs that we had, and with the industry bouncing back, obviously this is not going to be a repeat that you just saw.
Okay, sir, that is true. You are saying that all others are saying the same thing. The industry is taking that. We believe that also. But sir, earlier also you were saying on many occasions that my company is running at 100% capacity. Please, how we can trust you? That is the point. The major point in all the minds of all the investors. Please don't give the statements that you have given many statements that we are running at 100% capacity. So please clarify that.
Yeah, I will clarify that.
In the trust of the investors.
No, I will absolutely clarify that. So that in that statement was made in February when we actually achieved. And in February, we were down by 100 people almost because we had laid off a lot of people at that point already. So at that point, so like I just said, that right now, we have now between February and today, we've come to a delivery output of around 3.5 crores. In February, our delivery output, because of the reduction only that we had, we were on a far reduced delivery output, and that's when we started achieving 100%. We've never made statement that we have achieved 100% in November, December last year, but only when the work started coming back in February is when we made the statement, which is true, because now we have started getting the work and we are operating at almost now, obviously it averages out over 4 to 5 months. I can say that we are averaging around 85 to 90% capacity utilization currently.
Okay, sir. Sir, actually, we have read you in the previous also in detail. That we believe that you have survived in 25. That is why we invested. All of the group has invested due to this reason only. But we think that this will be, I think, the last chance. If you say again coming in the next half year that we are sorry, the industry was not that, then we will not believe. No investor will believe. Please make sure that whatever situation, please tell us in detail.
Sir, even I'm an investor. I invest in companies, and I truly appreciate and I completely agree to your thoughts. And all I can say is that we were a victim of industry happenings, and we will keep you, and I promise to keep you all more updated on the happenings in the company as we move forward. Because now we also have clarity, and to be honest, almost all of last year, we also didn't have clarity. We were continuously told that work is coming from our clients, but then that was delayed. But now we see the work coming. We are seeing the teams busy. So now we also have clarity, so we can also give out, information in a more structured way to our investors.
Okay, thank you, sir. We will wait for you, and please keep us informed. That is important. And 100%. That should be true picture. That should be true picture. Thank you. Best wishes to you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Participants, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. Next question is from line of Shivan, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hi. So we see that the promoters hold 66%, but 38.5 is
Shivan, your audio is not clear.
I can't hear you, sir.
Hello. Is it clear now?
Yes, much better now.
Yeah, we see that the promoters hold 66%, but it is 38.5 is pledged. Do you plan to reduce pledging in FY26? And if yes, how will that be funded?
So, like I mentioned that in the next 3 to 6 months' time, we are looking at a fresh fundraise via a QIP/right/preferential, and it's going to be around a 30 crore figure. And we are going to be doing that to reduce debt primarily. So once the debt goes, the pledge gets released automatically.
Okay. All right. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from Gurjot, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you now.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. So, in September last year, right, company had given a release to the exchange that there is a 58 episode brand contract signing with Jio Cinema, right? That helped the company generate 30 crores in revenue by end of FY25.
That is correct.
So what is the number that we actually achieved in FY25? Because in H2, had 30 crore total revenue. So where did we fulfill the 30 crore revenue, or we can?
No. We haven't achieved, because I'll tell you, unfortunately for us also, and fortunately for Disney, they went into a merger with Hotstar. So it was a Jio and Hotstar merger, due to which a lot of our shows got delayed. Filming for which was supposed to start in October, November, we filmed right now in between March and April. So and obviously because of that, then our client agreements got delayed because of their merger. So all that revenue is now in production. Majority of it is in production, and some of it we start filming in the next 2 to 3 months' time. At the same time, that has shrinked a little. Not from 52 episodes, it will now be around 40 episodes due to 1 or 2 shows being cancelled because of the delay. But yes, we're looking at around a 40 episode delivery to Jio in this financial year.
Can you say the last line?
We are looking at around a 40 episode delivery to Jio in this financial year.
Okay. So that revenue is expected to be realized in this year.
That revenue is there. It's very much there. It just got delayed.
Oh. And the second question is kind of related to the last participant. So I think 2 months back, more than 2 months, on 26th March, you had done a con call with Arihant. And there you again very confident of growth in H2 as well. You talked about the rights issue of 25 crore, and it's just been a little more than 2 months, right? I mean, it seems like the world has changed in these 2 months for Digikore, right? It's not a long time. It's really kind of disheartening for shareholders to see such disconnect in just a short space.
So, yes, to be honest, there were a lot of things that got delayed. There were, certain things that we expected to happen. I think so we've become more grounded, if I were to answer your question correctly. I think so we are becoming a little more grounded in terms of our expectations. Rather than aiming for the sky, we are now aiming at one step at a time. I just recently said also, we have reduced our top line expectations for FY26 to 65 crores. We've reduced expenses. So I think so we are now coming back to taking a little more baby steps to achieve and show the results to the investors rather than, estimate and expect, big things to happen, because we don't see that in the industry itself now. We see the industry is taking 2 steps back, so we also have to take that to be more realistic.
Fair enough. But that's still a pretty aggressive growth, right? If you're able to achieve 65 crores in revenue for 26, I hope you're able to do it. But yeah, that would be also great. Yeah.
So it's not aggressive. I'll tell you why. In FY24, we did revenues of 46 crores. If the strike did not happen, in the normal course of business, we would have grown to 65 crores in FY25. So I don't look at 35 crores as a base for 65 crores, but I'm looking at 45, 46 crores as a base for 65 crores, because that was the normal business year. And when we look at a normal business year, this is what we would achieve. And we are now coming back to normalcy in the industry. So our projections are based on a normal business year.
Okay, thanks for clarifying. All the best. Hope you achieve the targets.
Thank you.
Thank you. Participants, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. Next question is from one of Vinay Kumar, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Sir, good evening.
Good afternoon.
My question is, a strike happened 18 months to 24 months ago, but H1 top line is much better than H2. Any particular reason for that?
Yeah. So what happens is that, like I said, when the strike happens, there is a writer's strike. I explained it, but I'll explain it again, no problem. So the strike happened, let me go back to the timeline. The strike happened from April 2023 to November 2023, during which there was no writing of new projects that happened. It obviously starts with writing, and that is the first phase. But lot of projects which were towards completion, midway, which jo band ho gaye the during the writer's strike, they immediately came up, to get completed. Some of them had 1 episode left or 2 episodes left. Some of them had 4 episodes left. So our work pipeline was very healthy till November of 23, because before the strike, a lot of projects had finished filming. They were either in editing. So they came to VFX stage. Then the project started thinning out, because only projects which were incomplete or, partially ready, they came into the VFX stage in the first 6 months of FY24. But any new project that had to start in early 24, because of their delays in starting, that impacted our H2 numbers. So it is nothing but an effect of the production pipeline that is there in the film industry, where VFX, unfortunately, is the last job to be done in a film project.
Sir, do you see any immediate future challenge in carrying our business?
No, I don't see any immediate future challenge, honestly, Vinayji. Like I said, the work is behind us. The projects have started flowing in. Yes, but we can't be blind to the threat of AI. Like I again keep saying, we should not be blind to that threat. AI is a threat that can not only disrupt our industry, it can disrupt any industry in as short as 1 year, or it can take 3 years to disrupt it. We are aware of the fact. We are already working on, diversifying our revenue so that we don't get disrupted completely if and when AI disrupts. But yes, we are aware to that threat.
One more thing, sir. Could I request for monthly revenue updates, sir? At least GST is filed every month, so revenue could be updated to the investor also.
Correct. We will discuss this. It's a great suggestion. And now that business is back, I think so we can definitely delve on this suggestion. We need to check on the, we need to check with our IR agency also on this, on the, how to go about this. And we will definitely keep the investors updated on a monthly basis.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
At least on project wins, small wins that we have. Even if we have small wins, it's good to celebrate those small wins.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Participants, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. Next question is from Nana Pradeep, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Sir, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
So we are really feeling betrayed basically with the transparency which is not there. Let's say in the month of November or December, we were doing some big projections, and basically based upon that, basically we went ahead by trusting you guys, and you did not give the update also basically in between. No updates came, and again and again the updates keep on coming that I made a song, basically we have launched and it is making good. But when basically revenue did not realize, then you did not give the update. Then you keep on giving the positive updates, but the actual picture basically no updates came, and then we are basically suddenly got stopped.
So Pradeep ji, I completely agree with you, and I can't say anything more. But all I can say is that the last year has been a little difficult for.
No, I'm not saying about this. I am saying just the transparency.
I completely agree with you. I'm coming to that only. So as an example, when we, on the VFX side, when we got information from our client that, okay, the work is coming, we are getting back, we're giving this order to you, we used to also feel that, okay, positive things are happening, so we used to update. But I think so now, like I just mentioned some time back also, that we are going to be a little more grounded in our updates. We are going to ensure that thing has happened and then give an update rather than on industry information given.
No, I think basically still you are not getting the point. It's about transparency. So whatever the positive happening, negative happening, basically the company has to be transparent.
I completely agree with you, Pradeep. It's not that we have done that intentionally. Nothing has been done intentionally in the first place. I think so we just need to be a little more cautious, a little more informed in our information that we provide to our investors. But yes, going forward, you will definitely, I can assure you that you will see a little more transparency. Your point has been taken. Even Vinay ji just now said about monthly, giving some information on a monthly basis on what's happened in the company the last month. And we will definitely, do our best to, achieve that level of transparency.
For example, 30 episodes, 2 episodes basically got cancelled. We are just cancelled or delayed. We are just getting the update. But you were having updates, I think 6 months back also. So it is really disappointing that those updates are not given, that these things had been delayed.
I take your point, Pradeep. I completely take your point, and you will definitely see a huge difference moving forward in our updates.
Sure, thank you. Whatever the positive or negative, both the cases.
Both the cases.
And the another thing is that the consolidated revenue and the standalone revenue, there is not much difference. So our foreign business did not generate any revenue.
So what we are seeing is that a lot of the clients, which is our international clients, so the Canadian subsidiary was really set up to take advantage of the Canadian rebates that are being offered by the Canada government. When there are no rebates offered in a project, we prefer taking that project directly into the India entity rather than route it through Canada. Because then we are just increasing revenue there also, and for the heck of it, just to route that project through Canada. We are actively working on chasing some projects which involve rebates in the Canada by the Canada government, and those projects will then be routed through or billed through the Canadian entity. But as far as possible, any project that does not require a rebate, we are taking the invoicing and billing directly into the India entity.
Okay. And what is the reason that, let's say, out of the other VFX companies, our companies only got bad hit so much?
Pradeepji, that's why I say, so when we are doing a sample size also now, when we are doing sampling or something, we don't sample 2 or 3. I would really suggest to see the status
No, we
of
are
20 other
seeing only three or four public companies only, yes. Definitely.
So that is what. Public companies, I cannot comment on how come they have profits, because as far as I can see and as far as I have been in the industry for 15 years, the connections that we have, the knowledge, industry knowledge that we have, when there was no work, there was no work. It's not that there was work and we didn't get it. We are today one of the oldest VFX studios in India with some of the deepest relations with people. It's also surprising that at one end the companies are closing down, at one end companies are making huge profits, which I can't understand, but I wouldn't like to comment on their operations for sure.
So the 65 crore number is on the conservative side or the?
I would like to believe it's on the conservative side as of now, because that is something we are seeing based on our existing pipeline of work that we've already started receiving.
Okay. And you gave the update that there was 58.
To come back for a follow-up, please.
Just last question. So the 58 crore pipeline, basically you said that in the month of December it was there, the order pipeline. So that got closed, or what happened to that?
We never said we have a 58 crore order pipeline. We said there are projects that are coming up for that much in the bidding pipeline. We never said that we have that as confirmed orders. We said that much worth of projects right now that we are closing. So as an example, the projects that we are chasing, that has value of VFX worth that much.
Thank you, Pradeep. I'll request to come back for a follow-up question. A kind request to all the participants, please restrict to 2 questions per participant. Next question is from the line of Manish Sharma from Upper Circle Investment. Please go ahead.
Hello, yeah, I'm audible?
Yes, you are, sir.
Yeah, hello, Abhishek ji. Actually, most of my queries related to business have been answered. I just have one question, which is a little off business, but I just wanted to check with you. So actually, I was reading your Twitter handle. So are you active on Twitter, first of all?
Trying to get active now.
Okay, so there's a post.
More active on LinkedIn, but now I'm trying to get more active on Twitter. But yeah, LinkedIn I am very, very active.
So if I can just check that _ Abhishek More 2 is your account, right?
Good question. I need to check my Twitter handle.
Please, if you can just, yeah. So there is a post which has been put under your account. So I just wanted to check if you have only put that post. Just wanted to check that.
I just want to.
So that post is a little bit related to our markets only. So it's kind of a weird post for a promoter to put. Just wanted to check that only.
I don't know what post you're talking about because I haven't posted recently.
So it's a post which was posted on 31st March 2025. So if you want, I can just read it out. So the post says that
in volatile markets, patience is your best.
Yeah. So I just want to check that if you only posted.
Yeah. I think so. It's Because when I said I'm trying to get on Twitter, somebody said you need to become a thought leader. So I tried this, but I think this angle is not a good angle for me to spend any time on.
Please, sir. Please. That doesn't actually,
So that is why you saw that there are no more posts.
I have already replied on that post also just to check that if this is a real account or no. But it is very weird for a promoter to, be a market guy and just guide on giving.
I'm not this. I don't plan to be a market guy. I think that was more driven by somebody.
But it looks very, very weird, sir. Very weird, sir. If you can just relate it to that.
After that day, there is no post on this. I felt that this is not me. This is not me.
Yeah.
I can't be sitting and doing this here for sure.
Yes, you should definitely not, sir. Thank
That's
you,
why
thank you,
don't see any
sir.
posts after that on that.
Only this from my side, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. A reminder to all the participants, you may press star and one to ask a question. Next question is from Nana Vedant Sarda, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hello. Am I audible?
Hello. Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah. Just all of my questions have been answered already. Just an update on VP sets.
So VP sets is right now, it's a very good question. We've recently we are in talks to partner with, so again, I'm not going to give any numbers on this because right now it's in talk stage. We were approached by Unreal Engine, who are the makers of the software which creates these. They really like the VP set that we created. So they have a platform of their own called fab.com. You can check it out. That is the largest marketplace for Unreal Engine assets. So right now we are in conversation with them to list all our assets on their platform. For the time being, they have asked us till the conversation gets over to halt any sales through VP sets because that would be a conflict. So we are right now in, I would say, talking phase. But if that happens, that would be a much bigger opportunity in the long run than VP sets as a standalone platform. The assets we already own, we've already created. And we do believe as a company, we will be able to monetize them better through Unreal Engine's platform, which is called fab.com.
Okay. Understood. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take that as the last question. I'll now hand the conference over to Ms. Chandni Chande for closing comments.
Yes, thank you everyone for joining the conference call of Digikore Studios Limited. Further, if you have any queries, you can write to us at research@kirinadvisors.com. Once again, thank you for joining the call.
Chandni, can I just close?
Yes, sir, please.
All right. So thank you once again, everyone, for joining the call and for your faith in the company. Please be assured that whatever has happened is not something which is errors from the company side, but an industry event. We are experienced enough, mature enough as a company who's, like I keep saying, 25 years in the industry, to take corrective action, which we've already started taking. We are seeing a good inflow of work. I have taken some points, which are very valid points from Anilji, Vinayji, Pradeepji on, informing investors more regularly. Try to be more particular and transparent, whether it's good news or bad news. We take these points and we will do our best to show you good numbers in the months and quarters to come. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. On behalf of Kirin Advisors, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.